Welcome to East Bay!
The IGRC's main goal is to connect people, nature, and Christ through the camping ministry program, both at Little Grassy and at East Bay. And we get these lovely settings to be able to do those things in. The people part is easy. The kids come, the staff come, and they build those connections. Staff get to grow in ways that will help them not only while they're at camp, but as they go out, as they grow into young adults and continue their careers elsewhere.
So I didn't grow up around here. I was not part of the East Bay family. I didn't even know this place existed. And so applying, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm jumping into a camp where I bet everybody's been here before and they love it and they know it, and I'm gonna be the outsider coming in. But when I came in, a lot of people also hadn't been to camp before here. And some hadn't even been to camp ever in their life, but they chose to be a counselor for the summer. And it was an exciting opportunity to have a new home.
I've met people like across all different boundaries and walks of life. I mean, I grew up going to Catholic school, so I grew up in this bubble of, oh, everybody was just like me. And now I come into situations and I'm like, okay, maybe everybody's situation and how everybody grew up is very different than mine. And it's taught me a lot about myself, and it's taught me a lot about the world too.
Working here is fantastic because you get to do things that you would never do before. The other day we hammocked under a bridge. I have made kids stand in a line and sing "I Want It That Way." We've done games that are silly and weird. When are you ever gonna have a bunch of people together to do a wacky game of kickball? So you just get to have so much fun at camp, and sometimes there are times where you really want to be connected to technology, but other days you're sitting there like so thankful that the distractions are going away and that you don't even have to deal with just the day-to-day pressures of life. It's a time to like really disconnect and just have loads of fun. This is a fantastic job for students who are going into their first year of college or in their first couple of years of college, because it gives you something to do over the summer, and it looks great on a resume for when you have your first job. This gives the opportunity to be able to get a lot of experience both working with children as well as you're proving to employers that you have good time management, that you're able to handle stressful and chaotic situations, you're dependable and trustworthy, not to mention you're now CPR certified, first aid certified, some people are lifeguard certified, and those are things that are going to help you later in life and prove to employers that they should hire you.
I felt like this was a job that I enjoyed coming to. There weren't a whole lot of things that I ever felt like I had to do that I didn't want to do. I never viewed this as a job. If I could be a camp counselor for the rest of my life, I would probably do it. It's a wonderful opportunity for those that are considering doing it.
For me, being close to nature is also being close to Christ, and here we connect people, nature, and Christ, and so that gave me the opportunity to really have time to think about my relationship with Him, and also getting the chance to teach children questions in my faith all the time. They ask the most difficult, random questions, and you have to really struggle with trying to answer that in an age-appropriate way, and then also think about some of the questions they ask are big things that you have to also wrestle in your head after they leave. So watching the way that I don't have the power to change these kids' lives, but the way that God has the power to work through all of us to change these kids' lives was really, really cool. That's something that then I'll take with me outside of this, is just knowing that even when I can't change things, that there's something that God wants to do, and I just have to trust that.
More was poured into me than I could ever give back when I worked at camp. The relationships that I've built, the lifelong friendships that I've made, the love that I've received and the love that I have had a chance to give, all of that was so much more than I could ever give back. Working out here felt like a fountain that just kept pouring into me and overflowing. This is a special place. Some Celtic theologians talk about what they call thin places, where it's almost like God is a little bit closer, where the line between heaven and earth is sort of gray. There's something about this place, there's something about camp, that getting away from the busyness of life, immersing ourselves in a community, even for a weekend, even for a week, even for a summer, God will pour into you if you decide to work at camp or apply to work at camp. God will pour into you more than you could ever give back. If you're looking for meaningful work, spiritual work, hard but so incredibly rewarding work, work that will change you, work that God will use to mold you and challenge you and bless you, then this is the place for you.
This is the beginning of of repeat after me song.
This is the beginning of a repeat after me song.
You should work at camp. You should work at camp. You'll make great friends.
You'll make great friends.
Best job ever.
Best job ever.
When I say east, you say bay. East bay. East bay. When I say bay, you say east bay. East bay. East.
10-4, good buddy. Over and out. I'll see y'all next summer.